Which yogurt is best for you? Today I will be analyzing the nutrition of 10 different yogurt products. The analysis will include macronutrient content, ingredients, serving size, and cost per serving. I will use this information to determine which yogurt is the healthiest choice. I chose to analyze the following 10 products, which can all be found at either Kroger, Meijer, or Fresh Thyme. To stay consistent, I tried to primarily include vanilla-flavored yogurts, with the exception of a few. Throughout the presentation, I will refer to these products with abbreviated titles, such as Oikos, instead of Oikos 000 Vanilla Yogurt. Each type of yogurt suggested a serving size in the range of 57 to 170 grams. Go-Gurt, at 57 grams per serving, was an outlier due to its low quantity. On the other hand, Chobani, Too Good, Carb Master, and Greek Gods had listed serving sizes of 170 grams. On the left, I have divided the prices of each yogurt into 3 tiers, simply for organization and to provide a visual aid. On the right, each product and its exact price per serving is listed in increasing order. I will use this format throughout the presentation. In the top tier, or the cheapest tier, you will find Carb Master, Go-Gurt, and Activia, all for under 65 cents per serving. In the middle tier, there is Greek Gods, Oikos, Chobani, and Stonyfield in the price range of 65 cents to $1.15 per serving. Lastly, in the most expensive tier, you will find Skyr, Too Good, and Oui, which cost more than $1.15 per serving. Many of the yogurts shared common or similar ingredients to perform basic roles, such as milk source, sweeteners, thickeners, the addition of color, and probiotics. The primary ingredient of yogurt is milk. Each yogurt consists of milk, but they use various types of milk, as shown here. Oikos, Chobani, and Carb Master all include non-fat milk. Non-fat milk, or skim milk, contains less than 0.2% of milk fat. Too Good and Activia both use reduced fat milk, which means there is at least 25% less fat than the original version. Reduced milk is typically referred to as 2% milk. Skyr, Go-Gurt, and Stonyfield use low-fat milk, which is also known as 1% milk. Carbmaster and Activia use milk protein concentrate, and Carbmaster uses milk protein isolate in addition to that. Milk proteins can be added to yogurts to improve texture and shelf life. The last row of the table refers simply to milk. The labels on the yogurts did not provide any more details regarding the type of milk used. This was the case for both Oui and Greek Gods yogurt. Sweeteners are a common addition to yogurts. Chobani and Greek Gods are the only yogurts that did not include a sweetener, but it is important to point out that those two products were the only plain flavored yogurts. Cane sugar was the most commonly used sweetener, appearing in Skyr, Oui, Activia, and Stonyfield. Like cane sugar, stevia leaf is another natural sweetener, but is less commonly used. It is found in Oikos yogurt as well as Too Good yogurt. Carb Master is the only yogurt to use sucralose, which is an artificial sweetener. Acesulfame potassium is another zero-calorie artificial sugar substitute that is used in Carb Master yogurt. Again, there was a label that was not as specific as the others. Go-Gurt's ingredients list included sugar, which is presumably just processed cane sugar. Thickeners are also a common addition to yogurts. Skyr, Carbmaster, Stonyfield, and Greek Gods yogurts all use pectin to fulfill this role. Some yogurts include two different thickeners. For example, in addition to pectin, Carbmaster also uses agar. Activia uses both agar and gelatin in their yogurt, and Go-Gurt uses both gelatin and carrageenan in theirs. More uniquely, Too Good uses gellan gum, while Skyr uses carabine gum. Not all yogurts include a thickening agent, such as Oikos, Chobani, and Wheat. A third common addition to yogurts is the combination of coloring agents. Oikos uses a combination of beta-carotene and fruit juice, and Too Good uses vegetable and fruit juice, and Go-Gurt uses beta-carotene, vegetable juice, and spirulina extract to add color to their yogurt. One way yogurt is unique from other grocery items is that yogurt commonly includes probiotics, or good bacteria. Some companies add live bacteria cultures to their products, while others rely on the cultured milk they use to make the yogurt. Oikos, Go-Gurt, Activia, and Greek Gods chose to rely on the cultured milk, while Carbmaster and Wheat both went without cultured milk. Stonyfield and Chobani added 6 live bacterial cultures, which is more than any of the other yogurt products on this list. The most commonly added cultures were S. thermophilus and L. bulgaricus. Now I will break down the macronutrient content of each yogurt. Again, I ranked the yogurts into 3 tiers, this time based on carbohydrate content. The top tier includes those with the least amount of carbohydrates, which is where you'll find Chobani, Too Good, and Carbmaster. Each of these yogurts have less than 10 grams of carbohydrates per serving. The middle tier represents yogurts with 10 to 13 grams of carbohydrates per serving, which describes Oikos, Go-Gurt, and Greek Gods. The bottom tier includes the yogurts with the highest carbohydrate content. Skyr, Wheat, Activia, and Stonyfield all have more than 13 grams of carbohydrates per serving. Looking at the list on the right, you can see that Too Good yogurt has the lowest carbohydrate content at 4 grams, and Stonyfield has the highest at 17 grams per serving. I will continue to use the same format, but this time I am ranking the fat content of each yogurt. Oikos, Chobani, and Go-Gurt all have less than 1 gram of fat per serving. Activia, Stonyfield, Carbmaster, Skyr, and Too Good have between 1 and 2 grams of fat per serving, while Wheat and Greek Gods have more than 2 grams per serving. Chobani and Oikos have the lowest content of fat with 0 grams per serving, while the highest fat content is found in Greek Gods yogurt at 9 grams of fat per serving. Yogurt can be a tasty and convenient source of protein, so it is valuable to pay attention to the protein content when shopping for yogurt. Go-Gurt, Activia, and Wheat yogurt all have less than 6 grams of protein per serving. Stonyfield, Greek Gods, and Carbmaster yogurt have between 6 and 10 grams of protein per serving, while Too Good, Oikos, Skyr, and Chobani yogurt have more than 10 grams of protein per serving. There is a large range of protein content in these yogurts. Go-Gurt contains only half a gram of protein per serving, while Chobani contains a whole 16 grams per serving. During this process, I came across a few ingredients that I was unfamiliar with. I learned that malic acid is used to provide a tart flavor. Tricalcium phosphate is simply used to increase calcium content. And potassium sorbate is used to maintain freshness. I also learned that carrageenan is used as a thickener, and acesulfame potassium is used as a sweetener. The malic acid, tricalcium phosphate, potassium sorbate, and carrageenan were all found on the Go-Gurt yogurt label, while acesulfame potassium was found on the Carbmaster yogurt label. There have been a couple of things that have surprised me. For example, I was surprised by Activia's lack of added bacterial cultures. Despite being known for its aid in digestion, Activia did not have any added bacterial products, which usually go hand in hand with digestive aid products. I was also surprised by the presence of color agents, particularly because, with the exception of Go-Gurt, all of these yogurts are white. It made me curious about what the yogurt would look like if those color agents were not included. Taking all of this information into consideration, I have come to the conclusion that the healthiest choice of yogurt is Chobani's non-fat plain Greek yogurt. This decision was based on the macronutrient content as well as the sugar content. Chobani had the third lowest carbohydrate content and sugar content at 6 grams of carbohydrates and 4 grams of sugar per serving. Chobani was tied for the lowest fat content with 0 grams per serving, and they managed to have the highest protein content at the same time, with 16 grams of protein per serving. Here is a comprehensive data table that includes all of the information discussed thus far, with the addition of calories per serving, sugar content, and fiber content. I hope you can use this information when choosing a yogurt for yourself.